do they know what's happening and they just choose to ignore it, or they don't even have an idea of what's happening? They're not even doing their
I think
homework.
it's
They're not
both.
digging deep.
I think it's both. Some of them know and are actively being dishonest, but the vast majority of them are. I was about to swear on your podcast. I'm not going to do that. But the vast majority of them are not the sharpest tools in the box. That's just the reality. So what we've just mentioned, what we just outlined now, the process from sending an FOIA and then the lawsuit and then the response to the lawsuit, all of that, the majority of them have probably never heard of any of this, even though this is their job. This is probably news to them.
Wow, very incompetent people.
Extremely, very much so.
It's shocking and it's scary too at the same time. Because these are the people who we expect for them to report and tell us what the hell is going on. And clearly seems they're not doing their work well
Well,
at
yeah,
all.
at all.
Like completely.
Yeah, how to be a journalist in Nigeria is you take press releases from the government and you spit them out. That's how to be a good journalist in Nigeria. How to be a terrible journalist who needs to go back to journalism school is that you fact check things, you carry out your own investigations, you confirm things for yourself, regardless of what the government said or didn't say, and you only put out what you can confirm. That's how to be a bad journalist.
You mean the basics?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Pretty much the basics. One of the questions I asked you on our first episode was that should we expect anything good out of Tinubu's administration? And your answer was plain no, we shouldn't, right?
I wasn't wrong, was I?
I don't think you were. I don't think you were. But at the same time, let me ask this. Is there anything good that he has done? When I saw the news about UAE, I was like, oh, at least finally he's doing something. And then boom, all of a sudden it's like, okay, he got me.
Yeah, so I think that tells you that's the answer to your question right there. This has been exactly what I said it would be. It's been an administration that believes that it can substitute governance with propaganda. It can substitute results with press releases. They genuinely believe that, and this is because this is exactly how he governed when he was the governor of Lagos State. I was born and raised in Lagos. I was 9 years old when he became the governor of Lagos. I was 17 when he left office. And even though he left office, I mean, he's still there by proxy, since he left. So, like, pretty much all my adult life, I've had a very sort of up close and personal view of what it meant, of what governance means. So these guys are propaganda merchants. That's it. That's what they do. You would have seen a few days ago they put out, there was this news article, the Blue Line, which is like a metro rail system in Lagos, has finally been launched. They had a huge commissioning party. They had these lovely blue colored EMU units. EMU is short for electronic something units. It's a type of train. It's an electric train, basically. They had these lovely EMUs, which were perfect for photo ops. And then guess what? It's DMUs which are actually pulling the EMUs. The DMU is a diesel engine. So you had diesel engines pulling the electric carriages because the power project for the rail line has not been completed. But they wanted to do a photo op. So you have diesel carriages on an electric track, which is insane. But that's what governance means to these guys. And by the way, that project, which took off in 2023, do you know when construction began? Guess?
You said it took off when?
Like they've supposedly completed it in 2023. Do you know when
2023.
construction started?
I'll go with maybe 2010.
2009. 2009. That's when construction started. And by the way, that's one line of 5.
One line of 5.
So the metro system is supposed to have 5 rail lines. Like the way London has district line, Bakerloo line, circle line. So there's supposed to be red line, blue line, yellow line, purple line. There's just one line they've completed since 2009. One line. So there's 4, which is pretty much, okay, one of the 4, which is the red line, kind of shares track with a federal project, which was already completed by the federal government. So that one technically is completed, but the other 3 exist on paper. So since 2009, pretty much that's the results. To put that in perspective, the Addis Ababa light rail, which kicked off roughly around the same time in Ethiopia, they completed theirs inside 2 years.
Wow.
2 years. And it wasn't one line, it was 2 lines.